Welcome back to our Dream in the Woods. On today's video, I'm going to try to do some more milling. I'm going to switch gears a little bit. I've figured out getting those, I need 8 more 6x8 by 16s. Those seem to be coming out of our log duck pretty easily, and so I'm going to change things up and work on 6x10 by 12s. And that is the main beam that goes on the 2 wings of the barn. I have 12 of those left, and so I want to get to cutting those, and I'd like to target these burnt logs for that, and so messing with the dirties today. So I'll show you what I got going on. So like I've said before, the log that I debarked, I'm not going to mess with that one. I think it has too much wind shake in it. Maybe another day, but not today. So I'm gonna look at this log. The end looked a lot better as far as the wind shake goes. I didn't really see any on this end. And I don't think I'm gonna debark the whole thing. I'm just gonna make some swaths through there and to make opening cuts, and then maybe I'll have to debark on the mill. And we'll just see how messy that becomes. A couple of guys have mentioned that I don't need to debark the whole thing, so I'm gonna give that a try, see if that speeds things up. I still think it's gonna put a lot of black on the mill, but in the end, if I have to pressure wash it down, that's no problem. So anyway, I'm gonna get to it here. All right, I fiddled around with that Husqvarna that I have the Log Wizard on, and I couldn't get that thing to start, so I put it on as is. I sprayed it off. It's not dirty, it's just sooty, and this particular log is about half burnt. It's not burned all the way around, so we're just going to see how it goes. I'm going to target 2 6x10s and cut the pith out. That's kind of my goal there. A little tight down this corner, but if there's little wane, I'm okay with that. And then, of course, leveled the pith on both ends. I didn't want to leave all that weight on that jack stand, so I just need to raise a little bit, so I just put a little wedge in there. So real black on this side. And then you can kind of see the line there where it stopped burning. It kind of goes up about like that. So we're just going to see what it looks like and go from there. Let's get to milling. Okay, got the first cut, or first side cut, I guess. I ended up getting a 1-inch piece and a 2-inch piece. So far, this isn't the black side of the log. There's a little bit of black right here, but so far not too bad. I need to change the blade. That's not that smooth right there. But I'd kind of like to at least open up the other side, and then I'll change the blade. I'll just try to go slow, but it's definitely kind of dipping right there. I hit a knot. So anyway, so far so good. Not seeing total blackness like I thought it might look like. I do see that crack that I oriented vertically kind of protruding down the log a little bit, so I'll have to watch that as I cut things up. So keep going, flip it over here. So this side will be a little better test of what the black's going to do to the lumber. So this is basically just surface charred here, so I don't think it's going to be too bad. You can kind of see majority of the bark isn't, and I just think it's going to be tree by tree of what it looks like. So we'll see what it looks as we get into it here. So. Okay, that kind of gives me the idea of how much black I'm going to pull into the timber. It's definitely there. I am going to plane all these timbers. I just bought a big Makita 12 1/4 inch planer so all the beams and posts and everything are gonna at least have one pass gone through them. And if a little bit that kind of shows through, that I'm going to be okay with. It won't look like that, but if a little bit of it is still there, I'm going to be fine with that. That just kind of tells the story of where they came from. So there's a 10-inch piece there, so flip it on edge and start squaring those timbers up. Got 2 more pieces off that last one, a 1-inch and a 2-inch, so that'll add up too. So yeah, so far not too worried about the black. All right, just making the final cuts here. So what I did is I brought the saw head down to 6 inches for this cut, zeroed it out, went up 1 inch, so I get a 1 inch board out of that, and then zeroed it out again. And then what I'll do is, so I know that that's zeroed to a 1 inch cut, and then all I have to do is go up 6 inches. That'll be my 6x10. Come down and go 1 inch below my zero, cut a 1 inch board, lickety split. So it doesn't appear that I'm going to get another 1x out of the top, just from the way it looks. So, but happy with that. I did get a 1 inch board out of the other side, so that's handy. So, yeah, cutting some 6x10s. Haven't done that for a while. Well, curious to see what people think here. It does seem like there is quite a bit of pitch pockets, pitch seams. I don't know if that's wind shake or not. It doesn't really look like it, but or if that's just this tree. I mean, I'm oozing there. Doesn't look too bad. I mean, that crack there, I can see penetrating in, 6-8 inches. I don't think I'm going to save this board. It's a pith board, and it's got pitch pockets all through it. All this would be tongue and groove, 1x6, so I don't think I'm going to bother with that. Here's the other beam. Also has some pitch to it. So I'm going to save them. I'm going to count them as completed timbers, but they may have to go in a spot that is not visible, which there's plenty of those places for these. Is something I'm going to have to deal with, or is that going to, main thing is that it going to affect the integrity of the beam of the timber. So let me know. I mean, they look okay, but I just wish the pitch wasn't pouring out of them. So anyway, pretty good pile there to have to edge up. So get going on that.